What's going on, guys? Ryan from Wildside Outdoors. Today we're talking preparation. Let's get into it. Today I'm going to be talking about a few different things as I prepare for 2026. I have one solid hunt that is already planned. I'm assuming I'm going to draw. I have not put in for it yet, but I have enough points to have about a 2-point buffer on that break-even point in this unit in Wyoming. It is a high country deer hunt. We'll be hunting both the archery and the rifle season. So come along as we prepare for this hunt. Could be once or twice in a lifetime hunt for me. And I'm really excited to prepare and make it the best hunt I can. Disclaimer for everyone, this is just what I do. This is the system I've created as I prepare for hunts. And there's lots of different things, and I'm changing it every year. I'm evolving, making adjustments to how I prepare for hunts. But this is just how I do it. So there's a couple things I think through when I prepare for a hunt. The first thing is physical preparedness. Then I think through gear, and I think about knowing the area, scouting, e-scouting, everything that comes along with knowing the unit in general. But let's get into it. Let's talk gear. Today I'm going to be talking about a few new items I'm going to be using in 2026 and a couple things that are coming back with me as well. First thing up is the UV hinge. This hinge release is really been teaching me a lot about patience on the target. And so when I switch from, I'll shoot probably 6 to 10 arrows with the hinge, and then I'll shoot 2 to 3 with my my wrist strap and trigger. And it just teaches me to hold on to that target and hover right on the target for so much longer and just like squeeze that shot off instead of punching the trigger. And so this has really helped with a lot of target panic. This is for sure going to be in my arsenal. I don't know if I'm going to take it in the field. I feel comfortable having a trigger, being able to punch a shot when I need to, not having to wait for the tension to pull back on the hinge. But really excited to be able to use this for a lot of things. I'll probably use it for tack this year at Brian Head in Utah, just because it's been so useful for me in being a better shooter. Staying in the archery lines, have the UV 1K arrows, UltraView 1K arrows. These arrows have been incredible for me. Very quiet. The one thing I've noticed is they're super quiet as they fly, and that's one thing I like. I like a very quiet arrow. I feel like a lot of times if I fletch my own arrows, they end up being a little noisy. And I don't know if it's the vanes I use or how I do the wraps, but I'm really excited to use these. I feel like I've seen a lot of accuracy improvements with these, just because I know they're built exactly the same, and the vanes and the wrap are in the exact same spot as the rest of the other 5 arrows that I have. So really excited to use these. I am getting a new bow, so it may change come come April or May, but for now this is what we're shooting, and I'm excited to be able to run them for the rest of the year. Next, this is actually my wife's, but I just ordered myself one. This is called a Camp Snap Pro. It's almost like a digital Polaroid, and so it gives you, there's a couple options on here. You can see that you almost have a variability in filters, and so there's like standard, VTG1, VTG2, and then black and white. Really just gives you some really cool shots, and so I'm really excited to use this in the field this year. Hopefully be able to get proficient with it and take some cool photos. It's kind of fun being able to take a $100 camera and take cool pictures without having to use, like an expensive camera. Next, I want to talk about my gun. So, I've had this gun for a little bit. I have yet to go on a hunt with it, and so this year will be the first year I'll actually carry it. So this is the Ruger American Gen 2. This is a 7 PRC, 21-inch barrel, adjustable cheek pad, has the, I don't remember what you call this, fluted or kind of the spiraled barrel. I'm not really a rifle guy, and so I'm really excited to kind of get into it, but I am excited to really get proficient with this gun. It's sighted in to an extent. I have this cheap Vortex Crossfire scope on it. I have a Vortex Razor on its way, and so I'm kind of waiting to be able to mount that and sight that one in, but for now it's kind of been fun just shooting it like this. Has the muzzle brake at top, really helps with the kick. I've shot other 7 PRCs where it's a heavy hitter, but that kind of allows it to be a little bit less recoil and just shoots great. You know, it's not an expensive gun. It's a fairly, I would say this is a pretty budget build, except for the $1,000 scope that's going on it. But I'm really excited to be able to dial this thing in and show that even with a budget gun, you can still be very accurate at distance, especially with a cartridge like a 7 PRC. And last but not least, the workhorse. This is the EXO Mountain Gear K4, and this is the 5,000. So 5,000 cubic inches. I've used this thing for rucking. I usually do rucks in the morning on my treadmill. Once it gets a little bit warmer in the mornings, I will go to a hill in our neighborhood and do rucks there. But I've been doing incline walks on the treadmill with this lately, and it's super comfy. I'm excited to get out and do some scouting trips, work on the organization, get it dialed, figure out what pockets can hold what, and how I'm going to organize it going into the backcountry this year. So now let's transition into physical. Like I said, talking about the K4, I am trying to go from less of this building muscle mass. I mean, it's important to have muscle mass and be strong and have strong legs, have strong upper body. But I don't want to be doing all these crazy things with like CrossFit stuff, running distances, doing marathons. I want to be able to do what I do on the mountain very, very well. And so that is putting on a backpack, going uphill for as long as I can at a speed that sets the pace for the hunt. So I'm going to be doing majority rucks. Come May 1st, I have to do 5 rucks a week no matter what. That is the goal. I will incorporate some stair stepper into there if I do go to the gym, but the rucks are the most important thing. There's nothing like doing the exact thing that you're going to be doing in the field. So that's my opinion. Again, lots of other ways that people get in shape, and you know, they can do it how they want, but this is how I believe makes me a better hunter, more prepared hunter in the backcountry. The one thing about rucking too is you're always going to fail. That's what I love about working out, is it puts you in this mindset where you're going to fail eventually. You're going to have to stop and take a breather, or you're going to have to go grab some water. Those points, pushing yourself to those breaking points, is what builds that mental endurance that is going to benefit you out in the field. So if I'm pushing myself on the treadmill or up on the hill, carrying a 70-pound pack, you know, it's going to be easier for me to push through the mental breaks that I have when I'm in the backcountry, on a stalk, on a deer, you know, in tight on a bull, something like that. So I'm able to overcome those mental blocks, if you would say. So I'm able to overcome, you know, those mental blocks that that are being put in my way. And lastly is scouting. This hunt in Wyoming, I live probably 12 hours away, maybe closer to 10 now that I think about it, but I live a long ways away from this unit. I might get up there for 2 days in the summer, but it's just not easy for me to get up there, especially with a family. I know a lot of my audience also has little kids. It's tough for me to be able to leave my family and drive for 1 day, scout for multiple days, drive another day. Those days are precious, and I would love to keep those days and save those days for the hunt. Now, yes, scouting is important, but I want to do as much e-scouting as I can beforehand that allows me to be able to be really efficient in that 1 or 2 days that I have scouting, and then bank the rest of my time for the actual hunting days. Last thing is, like I said, we're going to be hunting the archery hunt and the rifle hunt. My goal is to get out and shoot my rifle 20 rounds every week, and that could mean every month I have to put in 80 rounds 1 day. That's probably not the most efficient, but being able to go out, every other week and throw in a few rounds and be able to shoot consistently, that's going to do it for me. But what I'm really excited for is being able to dial in my archery game. I typically shoot 12 to 15 arrows a day every morning after I work out, and so I'm looking forward to continuing to be a better shooter. I'm starting to stretch out some of those distances so that when I get in my kill zone, usually less than 65 yards, I'm able to make that shot consistently in the backcountry. Steep angles, could be grass in the way or trees in the way. I'm able to get in close, thread the needle, and make a very equitable and ethical shot for this animal. Again, I don't believe that you can always be extremely prepared for a hunt. You're always going to miss something. You're always going to simplify something in your preparation, but doing as much as you can beforehand is going to make it a little bit easier for you to enjoy the hunt and enjoy the people you're on the hunt with. So follow along for this journey. We're going to be filming this hunt. We're going to be putting together an entire series on the preparation for this hunt. So you're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned, subscribe below.